Sup, gigglers?
Period 5.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
What is up, my giggle schloggers? Like Goldschlager? That was stupid. That was so dumb.
Are all the gigglers just Russian now?
I mean, the gigglers can drink. We've seen you at the live shows.
Yeah, no, we have seen them. I mean, I've gotten 27,000 DMs. Wait, I'm not allowed to send DMs for 18 hours.
Wait, what did you do? Who are you harassing over DM?
I literally have no idea. I woke up in the middle of the night. Not the middle of the night. I woke up at like 6 a.m.
6 p.m.
6 a.m. this morning, and I went into my DMs, and I tried to DM one of my girlfriends back, and it was like, you can send DMs in 21 hours. And I was like, wait, what?
Did someone report a DM you sent?
I think I sent...
Did you call your puppy ugly or fat in a DM?
No, but someone did DM me recently, and I DM'd her back, and she was like, oh my God, Hannah says you never respond. And I just DM'd her back, she's a lying believe her.
Oh, so you bullying me got you canceled on Instagram? You know what?
Because then I was thinking, what else have I said that's like crazy? Like, did I say anything like really, or did I send a video or a meme or something that then got taken off?
If you're calling your best friend a lying, you should not get canceled.
No.
It's just they don't understand context. The AI doesn't understand context. Do you want me to message them and be like, hey, it's a lying, I totally deserve that?
But then I was like, oh my God, did that giggler report it because she thought like I was being serious? But then I could never find her Instagram again. But I'm pretty sure I did say like, ha ha.
Instagram's like, it's not funny. Don't say haha. Don't say LOL. Don't say LMAOROFL.
Yeah, like, so, anywho, so I'm banned on Instagram.
Oh, so that's why you haven't been responding to me.
But then I don't know if people can see that, like, I see it, and like I want to respond, I do.
No, you don't.
But
no, I feel like if you see it, you respond. It's just,
no. If I see it, I respond.
Okay, so you've been doing questionable things on Instagram.
Yeah, God knows what.
I've been do you know the Best Friends podcast, BFFs?
Yes.
With
Josh Richardson.
You love Josh
I
Richards.
think he's so cute.
So I didn't really know who he was, but I did a Man on the Street making fun of Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
Where I had all these like female comics say, who do you think this guy is? And it was hilarious.
And nobody knew who Dave was?
Some of them knew, but they also were like, they called him Captain Crunch. That was really funny. They called him Crocodile Hunter. Like, yeah, it was pretty good.
If I didn't know who Dave Portnoy was, I would probably say that he like years ago used to be like a really good golfer, but
promoter.
Like, he does.
Oh no, he was a golfer. Yeah, and now he became a promoter.
Yeah, or like something because like people want to listen to him about sports. Like I wouldn't know. Yeah, I get
Someone
that.
said he looked like a country singer.
Yes, he does. He looks like a famous person's brother. Is what he looks like actually. Like he looks like his sibling.
Dane Cook's brother who stole all his money.
He looks like his sibling is really famous.
And like hot. Yeah. And he's hot too, but like with the ugly swag.
He's hot with like a whatever. Like he definitely does have a swag. His girlfriend,
so funny,
so pretty,
gorgeous,
so nice. She's really good friends with one of my girlfriends, so I've hung out with her a few times.
I didn't know this.
She literally,
Silvana.
Yes, could not be a sweeter person.
You cannot be ugly if your name's Silvana.
No, you literally can't.
You have to have like the wettest vagina at all times.
It's like a law, I feel like, in Colombia.
Is she Colombian?
No, I have no idea.
So anyway, they talk about this video we posted about Dave Portnoy on their podcast, and the gigglers were messaging me being like, they're talking about you, and someone was like, LOL, they're getting it all wrong. Apparently Josh Richards was like, oh, that's the lesbian comedian on TikTok. Which I took as a compliment because I was like, I am decentering men for my life, maybe a little too hard, fully with my wedding ring. So then I was like, okay, well, I have to do one of Josh Richards because I think it's funny to ask millennial women.
Is his name Josh Richards or Josh Richardson? I've been calling him Josh Richardson.
I love how you're making him sound richer than he is.
I want him to be like Josh Richardson III, and his grandpa may or may not have murdered someone.
Josh Richardson has some sketchy family ties,
Yes.
but he does have a trust fund.
Yeah, they're not like Alex Murdaugh style,
Which
but
we
like,
will get to later.
they don't have a name. That family doesn't know their name. That's how Southern they are.
They didn't even finish the name. They're like, Murdoch.
Well,
I'm like, can we finish?
Is it Alex or is it Alec?
Okay, that is the biggest drama of it. Because he said Alec, but his real name isn't even Alex. It's like Walter Emerson something.
Walter Emerson. Honestly, it sounds like an ex-boyfriend I've had. Oh, that's Walter Emerson. Duh.
If his name has Emerson or Emmett, he's rich.
Yeah.
So anyway, some of the Gigglers were just like, hey, like they're getting it all wrong. Brianna Chicken Fry, who we're team Brianna Chicken Fry.
Yeah.
If we're picking teams, I don't even know what the
Who would be
competition is.
it doesn't matter who she's against.
Yeah,
we're
we're
picking her.
team Bri.
Yeah.
And I've like DM'd her. She's hilarious, amazing, icon.
And genuinely, the only girl I've ever seen that like pink should be her natural hair color. Is it so? Because like sometimes I see her brunette and I'm blonde. I'm like, or blonde, and I'm like, oh, I don't know which one I like better. And then when she has pink hair, I'm like, you should have been born with pink hair.
Steffi pulled it off too.
Yes, Steffi really pulled it off.
It's annoying because you don't just get inspired and go pink one day. It's like a whole process.
Yeah.
You have to go through like emotional trauma.
Yep.
You have to go.
to really
You
think
have to
about
bleach it. You have to
Yeah.
go pink. Then you have to get the right shade of pink. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get the balls. Maybe I should do pink eyebrows. Anyway, enough about me. So they were talking about me on the pod.
Oh, sorry. Back to Hannah for a quick second. We deviated for 3 seconds, and we must get back to her. So yes,
Obviously, I like showing like very famous TikTokers to millennial comedians.
yes.
Because on TikTok, I feel like people are very algorithm famous.
Oh my God, so true.
Like some people, like for example, Alex Earl. Des doesn't know who Alex
No,
Earl is.
Craig has
which I
no
kind of
idea.
love because it means they're not just like
Right.
looking at 20-year-old TikTok.
I
women.
commented his Instagram. I was like, "You're my Alex Earl," and he was like, "Are you being mean to me?" That's like honestly his
Is
first
that a
question
name of
every
a
time
hall
I
monitor?
speak to him. She's like, "Are you being mean to me again?" I'm like, "No." She's like the most famous girl on TikTok.
Well, what would you rather have? A boyfriend who you say something and immediately is like, "Are you being mean to me again?" Or someone like Des who I start and then he just demolishes me. Like whatever
Yeah.
I say, he comes back so hard and then I'm crying and then I'm like, "That was so mean." He's like, "You started it. Pick your poison."
I want me and Des to get into a fake fight because I just want to see like where I want to see
It would be
his
so
tactics.
good. The Scorpio energies would be so good.
Honestly, I feel like if me and Des were on a team against one person, I'd be scared for that person.
No.
I almost like wouldn't do it. It's illegal.
No, actually, you guys can never speak because I don't want you ever turning on me together because that would be really bad. Just to end it, so I post this video and some girls like he looks like a guy named Kyle who's never made a girl come before.
Yeah.
And he stitches it. He starts crying. He goes, "That's not true. My name's Josh." I'm having way too much fun with 20-year-old
They
boys
have
on
to have
TikTok.
you on the pod.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Does he have pink hair now?
Which he pulls off,
Yeah.
which is honestly so annoying because I have pink undertones. I think it would be too pink. I've thought about it. But yeah, he looks great. They look great. We're big fans. Speaking of fandom, we're both Vanderpump fans.
Huge Vanderpump fans.
Like, from day one, we were like, this show should win an Emmy. Before we even were on Bravo, it was my favorite show. It got me through the darkest times. When I was dealing with my own, like, breakups, I would just watch, like, their friend group, and I would just get lost in their beautiful, chaotic drama.
Not gonna lie though, past couple of years I have fallen off.
I haven't watched it, but
Like,
that's
I
because of
just-
my own.
That's on me.
That's on me.
And that's on me. And that's nothing you guys
We
did.
have to apologize to the Academy. We have not watched Vanderpump. But why do I feel like not that I haven't missed anything, but like I know.
I know.
Like we know. Like I don't have to see the last 5 seasons. I know.
Here's why I always loved Vanderpump. Their editors are quirky. Like they
Yes.
always have like quirky music, and they always like low key make fun of something funny.
Sheena. They're so mean
They're
to Sheena.
so mean to Sheena.
They're so mean to Sheena.
But justice for Sheena when that one editor came out and was like, "Yeah, I purposely used to make Sheena look bad."
Yeah. But
We
Vanderpump,
know your type.
what makes the show so good is it was actually a real group of friends
Yeah.
that were poor. And we all, I don't know why, but like, it's more authentic when people are actually working at a job and
Yes.
they're actually with the friend group and they're actually each other.
Yes.
So people are saying this is giving like OG
It's giving
Vanderpump.
season 2.
Where were you when it happened?
I was where I always am. on my couch
Same.
in my apartment. It was one of those pop culture moments where you're like, wait, what? And Chrissy Teigen had tweeted, like, I have people from, like, all walks of life. And it's so true. Like, I had, like, high school friends. I had people from, like, all different parts of my life being like, oh, my God, do you know anything? And I was like, no, how the would I know anything?
Oh, like, yeah, yes, I was inside Raquel's vagina.
Yeah,
when it was
they all
happening.
called me last night and gave me all the details. I was like, no, I don't even have any
it's
of
like
their
unraveling
numbers.
in front of everyone. The fact that Andy tweeted about it, because let's be honest, if you're not a housewife show, Andy doesn't know who you are.
Yeah,
He'll pretend to know who you are, but he doesn't.
I would say Vanderpump is housewife status.
Yes, well, I think because it's connected, I guess, from a housewife, he cares about it. But okay, now these are our friends we're talking about.
Yeah,
we have to acknowledge that.
Yes, we've hung out with them multiple times.
The last time we hung out with Raquel and Scandoval and Ariana and Shishu
and
Brock was they were so nice. They came to our show in Vegas because we were playing a music festival. We shouldn't have been there. I don't know why.
No,
they
honestly, the emails got messed up. I don't know why that we were in Vegas.
It was like Jack Harlow and us.
And we were like,
but we had so much fun. They arguably had way more fun than us because they were just like, they had a festival all day and they were so cute. They were like this friend group that not filming wanted to party
Ariana
together.
had like cute little pigtails in.
So cute. Yep. They all were just down to clown and they did not have to support us at our show.
Not at all.
They did. Then afterwards they're like, we're going to see Jack Harlow. And me and you had this like, we always go and get McDonald's after, but for a second we were like, if Jack Harlow potentially sees Paige in the crowd.
Like, like from miles away, he's like,
in the nighttime.
Right.
He goes, where's that shimmery Italian greasy hair I see with those long fingers pointing in my direction?
You know I'm going through a hair transformation. How dare you?
Why did I hear hair transplant for a second?
Hair transformation.
Are you?
No, I'm just not washing it.
Yeah, you know.
I just cut down on bathing, and I've called it.
You're depressed. You're just trying to disguise your depression as hair cycling when literally you're just not leaving your couch.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm not going to wash my hair for 7 days because I physically can't. The thought of getting in the shower makes me cry.
But crying in the shower is the best because no one can tell you're crying.
I live alone. Let it out.
True.
You know?
So anyway, we get to the Jack Harlow concert and it is everything. Like they like hooked us up with this VIP area and they're like professional festival goers. Like they knew all the like weird jumpy dances people were doing. Sheena had every cute little tchotchke on.
Every glitter sticker that was sold in the US, Sheena was wearing it.
Brock had everyone on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Like, full festival where me and you were like, we're tired. And we listened. And then I remember me and you, our battery hit. We were sober.
We hit a wall at the same time. We looked at each other and we were like, we got to get away from these people.
But this is the thing. They were like so overly nice and hospitable that like this was not an easy out for us. Because Sheena was like, what can I do for you to make sure you guys have the best time? And we're like, we just want to go to bed. And that was not an option.
No.
Sheena's like,
no, you're coming with us. We're going to the next performance. Everyone was like, okay, let's go. We're walking.
We pulled a full coup.
So when I tell you that Hannah and I looked at each other,
sweating. I was like, how do
had
we
a
pull this
full
off?
mental conveation being like, we can't say we're leaving because they'll kill us. So how do we run away?
We lied to Sheena's face. And
we lied right to Sheena's face.
And she's never addressed it, which is why we know she's a good friend. But because the group, there was a moment of chaos. You have to wait for them to like miscommunicate. Someone was like trying to get drinks. They had ran out of drinks.
Well, Jack Harlow was over too. It was time to go to the next field for the next performance. I looked at Hannah and I said, this is our
Their admin started to fall apart.
I was like, this is our time.
People were keeping eyes on us. Like we always had like one of their friends near us. And I remember we had to like, we tried were lying like crazy. I was like, my grandma.
We tried to stray one time and someone literally was like, we're going this way. And I looked at Hannah. I was like, because we
actually I think lied and said like, this is what we said. We said we'll text you when there was no service.
If we ever say no, we'll text you, know that we're lying.
Like, why would we leave to say we'll text you? So they were like, we're getting drinks, and we're like, oh, we're gonna head out, but we'll text you. Sheena's calling us. Brock started to call us. I started to get worried. You were like, don't.
No hablas inglés. No. I immediately didn't speak English. Didn't know where I was.
Threw it into the crowd. I said, well, let it be what it's supposed to be, and we got home. But one thing about Sheena as a friend, because I know Sheena's in the drama too, I feel like she's the kind of person that will be so nice to you until you cross her.
Yes.
And then she gets hurt. Like, 'cause she will care for you when you've done nothing for her. Like, has been so overly there for me when I didn't do anything to earn it.
Right.
But I know.
And every time you
She's
perform in
passionate about
LA,
she
always comes. She always texts. Anytime she's in New York, she'll always text us and be like, I don't know what your schedule is, but I'm
But you know
here.
what's crazy? She didn't text us this last Watch What Happens Live. I think
she was busy beating me up. I would be busy too.
God, we weren't there.
No, Hannah, could you imagine? Like, as if Sheena texted us and was like, hey, just finish Watch What Happens Live. We're going to dinner. Come. We probably wouldn't have gone, but like, we don't get out of bed.
The funniest thing, though, imagining Sheena put hands on someone with her long fingernails.
Because
she's
picturing dainty, like little tiny women
Fighting.
doing something physical is hilarious. It's just sketch comedy.
Imagine her just like doing the splits and being like, ha!
Obviously, we don't condone violence here at Giggling Squad. We really don't. But
unless you do splits during
sometimes, like, I feel like, look, boys do it all the time. Like, I feel like
I know. Like, doesn't Jax and Scandoval and all them hit each other? Like,
I feel like when men have a problem, like
whenever there's been blood on any show, it hasn't been our periods. It's been men punching each other.
I've watched Craig and Austin get into physical altercations like in the living room, and I'm like, guys, you know. But then like after, they're like, all right, no, like, no. Like they kind of like get it out
for men.
For
maybe.
men,
yeah, it's like
men.
Jerking off. It's like and then they're done. They're just like they can't move, and you're like, good. Now he's out for like 2 weeks. He won't annoy anyone. I could just see her figuring it out and having like too much emotions that she just like was like, I need to defend Ariana.
Yeah.
Not condoning violence, just trying to think through Shishu's like
thought
psyche,
process.
but also justice for Shishu just in general, because I feel like that show they've tried to make her a friend of so many times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many times does she have to prove that she is the show?
Yeah.
She will always be the glue of the show, and she always serves every time she's on the show.
It's
in spite of her edits.
It's giving someone on production doesn't like her.
I know.
That's how it feels.
Because the same way they can make her look like boy crazy, they could have made her look like someone that you empathize with, and you're like, she's had some bad luck with men.
Also, I feel like we've said this before, and this like kind of proves it. Reality TV is an entertainment show that is put out to entertain people for 45 minutes every single night. They have 72 to 100 hours of footage in 1 week that they look through and then put together certain pieces to give you that 45-minute show for you to make an opinion on each person,
and
whether you like them or you don't like them.
They want you to hear.
And they give you what their personality, who they are in everyday life and whatever, and then you decide based on that if you like this show, if you like these people.
That's why, like, one season you're like, I love this person. Next season you're like, I hate this person. The person didn't change.
Right.
The story they wanted to tell was different. I want to say a hot take.
Yeah.
Why, when this came out, I was not surprised?
Because I feel like
I'm in too deep. Like, I've seen too much.
Yes. You've been shocked.
I am just so worn down. I'm like, look, I've seen a lot in these streets, and
I think what was shocking to me was that, like, it came out. It wasn't shocking to me, like, that could happen. I think I was most shocked that, like, it came out in such a real and vulnerable way.
True. Like, normally it's very contrived, as in, like, you tell production what's going on. They say, how do we want to show this to the world? Do you think they had their own plan of how they want to drop it, like maybe next season?
I think that they were trying to avoid at all costs production being involved.
But if you're on this show, eventually, if he leaves, do you think he was going to leave Ariana to be with Raquel? But he wanted to do it when the season was over?
I think he wanted to do it when the season was over. That's why he was waiting for so long.
Yeah.
But also, like, I just feel so bad for Ariana because okay, most cheating situations too, you don't know the woman, or you do know the woman, but she's not like one of your friends in your friend circle.
The pain of like looking, like she's probably going through so many memories in her head, being like, I was so duped, and feeling so like gross after. Like, I mean, we love you, Ariana. Shout out to Ariana. We cannot support you more. I do think though, good riddance.
You know the happiest person out of all of this?
Who?
Hailey Bieber. Haley's like, what did I do to deserve the For You pages just
If Haley
making
isn't
up?
sliding into Raquel's DMs right now,
Thanks, girl.
I mean, my love.
If Raquel isn't loving it up in Haley's DMs right now, she should be.
This is my thing though. When I say good riddance, I don't know Sandoval that much. I don't know Raquel that much.
Yeah,
she was at my wedding.
Yeah.
People actually never talk about
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Nima brought Raquel to the wedding. Raquel was newly single. She is so sweet and nice.
Every time I've ever talked to her, she's so nice to me.
And I've
so
met her
sweet.
like 5 years ago when I was working for like interviewing at that media company. And I met her and James was like being hilarious, crazy James.
Yep.
And she was so nice. James posting on his grid the page 6. No, Ariana Maddox's brother.
I thought his was great.
Who, let's be honest, does not like the camera, does not want to be on reality TV, does not like any of it. And like, we see you, we understand you, sir. Your feelings are completely valid. He basically wrote in support of like just feeling very hurt.
Yeah.
And James like was going in, but then people were like, James, you cheated on Raquel like millions of times.
Millions of times. I have watched some like Summer House episodes and I'm like, that is like not even me. Like it's like a different, almost like a caricature of who you really
it's
are.
It's called context. Because I always was like, well, that's you. You're showing what you are. If you show me saying something in response to something that is different, like obviously I look crazy.
Yeah. Dude.
Especially when you like have a loud personality.
Or if like someone's talking about something really serious and then they show you laughing and like smiling and nodding, you're like, I obviously
and then cut to someone saying Paige won't stop laughing. Done. You're done. Like it's done. I don't care what you say.
And honestly, that's why Giggly Squad really started, because when we first were on reality TV together, we were like, this is a weird connection. We're funny. This is something. And we realized that they had no interest in it. They were like, you guys are funny.
The cameras would come and we'd be in the bathroom like, are you ready for our Netflix special? And we would just like
and
go.
they'd be like, no.
The guy would just leave and we'd be like, oh my God.
So we realized that like not only were like our real true personalities not coming across, but like our friendship wasn't coming across either. So we were like, why not? We know we have something good here. Why not like actually show it the way we want to, like unedited, raw, and real? And that's why we have Giggly Squad, because
unedited, raw, real. Next documentary.
Oh my God, that was so intense.
I know.
I
think another reason, and thank you for that. That was beautiful. We are in a studio today, so it's feeling like we're just like serving.
Yeah.
This episode is like heated. I think that I wasn't that surprised because when you're on a reality TV show, a lot of people will have relationships with people within that show.
Yeah.
To stay relevant with storyline.
Yes.
And I know people are like, it's so crazy. Why Raquel? I'm like, that's literally the only person he would. Like, think of another single person on the show.
Yep.
And it's not that, like, they're doing it purposely for storyline. It definitely helps, but it's also, like, your work crush. It's, like, you see them every day. You're getting calls, like, what's your storyline? What's going on? And it feels naughty. It feels sexy.
Yep.
Did you ever have a secret relationship?
Like, in my life?
Yeah. Like, you kept it secret from a friend or your parents. Or me.
A secret?
Or Craig. Or your dog.
I'm trying to think if there was anyone. I mean, like, I've had with people.
Yeah.
And then I've been like, hey, gotta tell you, like, I had with that person.
Yeah.
Like, okay, here's a perfect example. One of my girlfriends hooked up with this guy. And then, like, 2 years later, I hooked up with him. And I was like, I kind of got to tell her, right?
But you also, nothing happened from it?
No. Neither people. We were like, and so I texted her and I was like, hey, just got to let you know, like, I just slept with whoever last night. And she was like, cool. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. You want to get ahead of it.
You want to get ahead of it, but also, like, I knew nothing was happening with him and nothing happened with her. Like, it's not like they dated. I've never had a secret relationship where, like, I couldn't tell the person because it was really bad.
Or it's like, while they're together.
No.
I did have a secret relationship once.
Yeah.
Where I pressured my best friend Becca to move to New York City because she's from Arkansas.
Yeah.
So I was a year ahead of her. She graduated college and I was like, you have to come to New York City. I'll set it up. I'll get you an apartment. It was like me, her, and then 2 random guys.
Yeah.
And she was going to graduate in like 3 months, but I moved in early. And one of the guys was like kind of cute. Found out he plays tennis. We started playing tennis together. Next thing you know, I was like, am I in love with him? And then we
This is a sitcom that could have been
a
on
legit
CBS.
sitcom. And then we like, I think we like made out, and we were keeping it a secret from the other roommate, because this was like, this could have been bad. It was very early on, but also like I'm 23, 24, and I was like, I don't want to tell Becca that we're hooking up because I don't want her to feel scared that she's coming into a potentially like situation that could go bad.
Or like feeling third wheel, like from the
She's
jump.
supposed to be my best friend. We're coming in New York City, and she doesn't want to come in, and I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I remember I was talking to her on the phone, and I was like talking about some pasta he made, and she was like, "Do you like him?" Oh. And I was like, "No, I like pasta, duh." And I was like, "You know
Becca
me.
knew."
One thing about me is I do a lot of things I cannot lie. I might speak too much. I take 30 seconds and I'll tell you the truth. Like, I can't lie for
You're literally that meme. Like, okay, fine, I'll tell you everything. Like, that legit is you just in normal life. Like, no, I can't. Fine, I'll tell you it all.
I'll tell you it all. So
like, I literally didn't even ask.
she comes to move in. First night, we all go out, and we're just walking to the bar, and she looks at me and she goes,
You had sex
"You're
with this
fucking
man?"
him."
You can't.
And I can't lie because I was trying to just like not talk about it, and she knows me better than anyone. Like, you could tell if I'm
That's why like the whole Vanderpump thing is so nutty, because how you could be in the same room and like be talking about things and secretly you had with them, like that's crazy. They did Ariana a favor.
I'm kind of excited for Ariana.
Yeah,
she's gonna break up.
And Ariana's one of those girls that like when you meet her, you're like, she's like vibey, like she's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just something about her where you're like, you have like a thing to you.
She also used to be a comedian.
She kind of has like the sauce.
She has
like
the
she
sauce.
just kind of walks into a room and you're like, that's a cool girl.
Yeah.
And then she'll talk and you'll be like, wow, that's like very interesting.
When
and
I
cool.
see something like this happen, I don't go like, oh no, she lost the love of her life. I'm like, okay, I guess this was how she was able to leave.
The universe did this.
The universe
for her.
did this for her. But I do have to say, there's a high of the secrecy of the relationship, because the relationship is now not secret anymore. They're about to deal with so much stress, and then
So
you're just
much
dealt with that
stress.
person. Like, okay, there's no like hot,
Yeah.
at night hiding from people.
Obviously, Ariana and Tom were like the real deal. They were together for 10 years.
Yeah, it's like a divorce. What do you think about everyone just with the memes of Kristen Doty just like smoking, like, put me on, like tag me in?
But she had with Jax, and while he was dating her best friend,
Literally, that's
Stassi.
why if you watch the Chris Rock special last night, which I will cover.
Yeah.
It's called Selective Outrage.
And it's on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was live last night. Like
oh,
a literal,
but can I still watch it?
yes,
Okay.
a 10 p.m. live performance. It's called Selective Outrage because people decide who they want to be mad at, and there's no like consistency or logical reasoning.
Yep.
Like, you're all mad at Raquel, but you love Kristen now, when Kristen did the same thing
5
to
years ago, everyone was
Stassi.
like, get Kristen off my TV immediately. I'm
And
like,
now
you
everyone's
don't know
like, get her
though.
back on.
Yeah.
There's no logic behind it.
So when we saw them in Vegas, allegedly, they had already started hooking up.
No.
That was in September.
No.
They've been hooking up for 7 months, allegedly.
We were part of the drama. We were bystanders. We were innocent bystanders.
Yeah, we had literally no idea. As I'm trying to figure out how I'm getting backstage with Jack Harlow when I have a full boyfriend, I'm like, well, what if I just hop this fence?
We were trying to leave, and we had to like step over her giving Scandoval a blowjob. We're like, we're trying to get out of here. We don't even notice. We're Irish exiting so fast. Then she posted a photo with Schwartz on her page.
Yes.
And Katie commented.
Yes.
Like, these comments are hilarious, whatever. So Katie's furious at this, but now Katie's furious about something else. And then where does Lala come in?
I think she's just like the only one that's like gonna say mean, funny.
Lala is selective outrage. Lala has outrage. She doesn't know where she wants to put it. But if she finds you, it is coming for you.
Lala could walk up and punch me in the face, and I would just be like,
thank you.
Yeah, no, I did deserve it. Thank you.
It's funny because people would be like, who's this coming from Utah, like acting like she's so hard? And like, I'm from Brooklyn. So first I was like that too. And then I was like, wait, I'm so scared of people from Utah. Like, I don't know what's going on over there. I would never survive a day
Mormons
in Utah.
are not to be trusted.
Is she Mormon?
No,
She
I have
can't be
no
Mormon.
idea. I don't think so.
I asked people because I'm going to Salt Lake City, and I was like, what do I do? Because I'm not going skiing, and everyone goes, join the church. I'm like, if they listen to Giggling Squad, they are not happy with me. Not happy at all.
You're like, hi, can I just get one of those booklets? What are those booklets, you guys?
Can I just...
Can I just see it?
Is there an usher? Just give me like a act 1, act 2, act 3. If you are listening to us right now and you're like, I don't know who you're talking about, but this is entertaining, I do highly recommend starting Vanderpump from season 1 if you want to watch any reality.
I mean, there's nothing
better.
There's nothing like Vanderpump, and I know that they tried to do like I don't even know what is it.
They walked so I could trip on Summer House.
Yeah, they were trying to do it with the new like Southern hospitality show.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched it because I grew up in the era of Vanderpump. So, like, nothing will ever compare to Vanderpump for me.
Remember when Stassi slapped Kristen? Like, backhanded slap. And everyone was like, good.
Slapped her in the face.
Like,
the assault that happened on that show, and the producers must have been like, wait. These are real people. Like, what is happening?
Also, like, they really were like trying to hide.
Dude, there is a scene of Stassi just cutting up Jax's clothes.
Also,
and it's probably
Jax
the best
got a
scene.
tattoo of Stassi like on his arm. Everyone's cheated on everyone. But this is the problem with reality TV. We have to acknowledge these people are not like housewives. Housewives have lived full lives. Now they like, some have money, some don't. But they have husbands, some have it, some don't. Whatever. They've just like... They've lived a life.
Yeah.
This is these people's lives. This is their whole 20s. So everything they do has been within the show. That's why they're all each other. That's why they're all fighting with each other. But the reason why the show is good, and I'm not trying to... The reason why the show is good is because they come for each other.
Yeah.
And then they go, and I'll see you next season.
Yes.
They're not trying to kick people off shows. No. They know, like, at the end of the day, this is their job.
They need other people to... They
know that the drama is part of the show, and they also know that, like, they have egos of, like, who's the number one guy in the group, but, like, they, at the end of the day, want to have a good show.
Like, I saw a bunch of tweets, or not tweets because I don't have Twitter. It must have been on TikTok, like, comments of people being like, kick Sandoval off the show, kick Raquel off the show. And I'm like, that's literally the last thing that a production company is going to do.
Raquel was like, okay, we got to get to work. This show needs some excitement. And I mean, she is this whole season. And you know what? I guess also part of me was just like, I'm excited for Ariana to have
like a moment and like
her own space.
Yeah.
Get your dog. Take the dog.
Yeah. Rotten hell.
Take the dog. Oh yeah. Rotten hell. What an iconic. I think I said rotten hell for like 2 years after that.
Yeah.
What are they
rotten
married
hell.
With children now?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. I mean, I just wonder what the whole...
The cast is also reacting like on Instagram right now. Like they're all like giving their insight. The producers are probably punching themselves in the face. Like, can everyone just shut up?
Here's the other thing. I feel like this is how I feel in terms of Bravo. Housewives are like all the teachers and like they work at the school. Vanderpump are the seniors in high school, okay? The juniors are Southern Charm. Where like they're kind of cool, but they're not as cool as the seniors.
But they think they are cool.
Yeah. And then like the sophomores would probably be Summer House. Like we're losers, but like we're not freshmen.
You had 2 good years.
Yeah, I had 2 good years. And then the freshmen, it's like we don't even know them. Like we don't care. Like whoever the freshmen are, we don't care.
But the freshmen occasionally will be cool. But
the freshman
right
will occasionally be a senior, and you're like, whoa.
I'm interested for more information to come out. What were they saying that it was like a video that Ariana saw of like?
I don't know. She like went through his phone. Okay, and ladies, I don't think it's a bad thing. I will say that here and now. Everyone's like, oh, you got to trust. You got to like, if you have a suspicion, I don't think there's anything wrong with like just taking a look, say.
You know, it's so funny. I just feel like it's too much admin. Like, I can't even handle my own
have
phone.
Such
like
stress.
Going through his phone, I'd be like, what are these apps? Why are you playing a golf game every 10 minutes?
I always think of like early Kardashian episodes when Kim could get into anything because I feel like that. The amount of things.
She'd break into things?
She could break into anything. And like one time Craig was not home and I had to do Giggly Squad. And so I did it on his computer, like his like big actual like monitor. Mm-hmm. And I could have clicked like guest user and gone on, but I was like, let me see if I can like get on this. And I was like, I'm just gonna like guess a password.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like got on it, no problem. I was like, yeah, stupid.
This
password.
is why women need to be the head of the FBI.
I was like, this
I've said this so many times.
Password.
I want Kim Kardashian, Shakira, and you to be running the FBI.
Yeah.
Men literally can't find anything.
Also, guys, You connected your text messages to your computer.
To your
idiot.
To your what is it? What's it called?
Sorry, did we just have strokes?
Apple Watch.
Apple
also, if
Watch.
you have an Apple Watch and you're a man, I have an ick. What is? Why you
I think Apple Watch is.
That's like that TikTok where it's like no one's trying to see you or whatever. Like, how important are you that you need every time your friend jerks off? Like, why do you need an Apple Watch?
Or like a fitness thing? No, I can't.
I don't. I actually bought one of those like rings.
Okay, that's different than like a watch.
I returned it. It was $400 because all it did was tell me I was tired, and I'm like, I know. I don't need to spend $400.
You're nagging me.
I would look at it and it's like
You're like, I have a husband already. Shut up.
Like, thanks, Mom. I know that I go to. It tells you like when you go to sleep and when you wake up, and I'm like, I know that I stay up till 3 a.m.
I'm
TikTok.
alive.
I don't need a second person to tell me I'm rotting in my bed at night. I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so overall, do you have any advice for?
For who?
People message us that they want our advice, which like thank you that you think that we would have good advice
on this situation.
I think for Raquel,
I think she should just lay low and like
in the public eye she needs to lay it low, but she also needs.
I think she needs to leave the country and change her name. If I'm being totally honest, I think that.
But then she doesn't make any money from Vanderpump. They need the check.
Here's the other thing that I think about. If I was Ariana, I would feel such a betrayal, obviously, from both parties.
But like the trust issues that's gonna cause.
She had 2 people lying to her face every single day. That's the craziest part.
I know.
And like, if you can look at your friend and be like, that would literally, Hannah, that would literally be
who?
if I was secretly having sex with Des and we were gonna tell you about it. It is crazy because
you were like, can I go to your apartment after? And I was like, whoa. No, but you wanted to see Butter.
Like,
and I was like, Butter would never say hi to you. She's getting her claws done. She has a nail appointment.
No, it's just like, if you can do that to your girlfriend, like you can literally, I think you can commit murder.
You feel stupid. Well, yeah, she definitely serial killer type vibes.
It's serial killer vibes.
Also, like, if I was Craig, you would know immediately. I would look at you and you'd be like,
I can't even
think. You be Craig, and I'd be like, yes.
You're like, I just love soup so much. And I'm like, why? You literally never eat soup.
He calls me his little soupy.
But here's the other thing that, like, you could do this bad thing and people don't, like, there's going to be so many different consequences. Like, Raquel now has 0 friends. Mm-hmm. Like, you've now lost not only Ariana, but you've lost all of your other friends because you've done something like this. Mm-hmm. I also wonder, like, if production, when they were filming this season,
had a clue. If they tricked production.
Because I wouldn't put it past production to be like, we know about this and we will expose it if you don't give us something else. And that's why she made out with Schwartz. Because, look, production company, like...
They have to do.
Yeah, they have jobs. They have to do. They have a TV show to literally make from you.
This also might be made up, but, like, people were going and being like, I'm friends of them and this is the tea. They both have these, like, Thunderbolt necklaces. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's...
Is that just a coincidence?
No, I think it's vile.
That they both have these Thunderbolt necklaces to remind each other that they're, like, in love with each other? Mm-hmm. And that, like, their heart is lightning for each other. I might have made that up.
No, I saw it too. And
like electricity. I don't know. But honestly,
like, murder would ensue. Like, I would.
I wonder if he has to get a different butt tattoo with a Thunderbolt now. Because he got an A for Ariana.
That was you say Ariana.
Ariana.
How do you say Grande? What's her first?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana. How does you know what? Now I'm insecure like about it.
When you say, you sound very Wisconsin when you say Ariana. Ariana's going to Wisconsin.
Okay, go be a Jersey. Ariana, let's get some cheese curds. We'll get hammered. Forget about that Raquel stuff.
Yeah, I say Ariana.
We were so funny because we were like, should we talk about Vanderpump? And we were like, I don't know. And you guys wanted a deep dive. We've had 2 back-to-back deep dive episodes. We normally don't, but there's just been like
so much front page news.
So much going on. Also, can we move on from it?
Yeah, I would love to.
Okay. The Chris Rock put out basically a response special. It took him like a full year, which is like really fast actually, to come up with a full special.
To Will Smith.
Okay. And it was live. Like Netflix aired
But it was
live.
stand up. It wasn't like a.
It was stand up. There was
Okay.
like a little pre-show stand up, and this is like huge for stand up. Netflix has never done this. He did amazing. He did kind of like mess up one joke at the end because he was so worked up, like he was so heated. Do you know anything about it?
About the Will Smith stuff?
I know about the Chris Rock special.
No.
He destroyed Harry and Meghan.
No way. He hates Harry and Meghan.
He basically was like, these two people who like don't want attention. Why do we see them so much? And then he was kind of making fun of like Meghan and her in-laws,
Yeah.
and then being like, oh, you didn't know the royal family was racist, like they invented racism.
Yeah.
And his takes are just so genius. And then
There was a South Park episode that Craig made me watch,
this made me
and it was like me and Craig. Wait, do you and Des watch South Park together?
Des showed it to me, but it was like when they went on a talk show being like, we want privacy. We want privacy.
And it kind of like
And then Megan said she didn't think it was funny. I'm like, okay, let's acknowledge that
like
was
it's
funny. It's funny.
Yeah, I hate when people are like it. I hate when people just can't see humor in things.
People would make like there was one girl who imitated people on Summer House, and I
Yeah.
messaged her. I was like, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna make fun of me, make it funny.
Also,
Don't just be
that's
mean.
the other thing. Like people that say about us on podcasts, like
Yeah.
that are.
When it's funny,
If you're talking about me, make it funny because then I do agree.
like Watch What Crappens, huge fans.
if you just come out and you're like, Paige is the head of the Mean Girls, I'm like, that's not funny.
Well, that's just people wanting to get likes for saying something mean about.
But like,
someone.
say something hilarious about how
Have a
I look.
punchline.
Yeah, have a punchline,
There's
and then
so much to work with.
yeah, I literally give
Get
you.
creative. Every now and then, a comment really gets me.
Yeah.
So yeah, he went on them. He made fun of like Lululemon.
Okay.
But he's all like leading up. You're like, when is he gonna talk about Will Smith? He went in.
Like he's pissed at him. Like he's to him.
Well, he had to address it, and let's just say Will Smith, you punched the wrong person. You slapped the wrong person. Don't slap a stand-up comedian, because he had
Yeah.
a year to sit down with his people and be like, how do we make this so funny?
Yep.
And he starts off kind of being like, everyone was calling you low. He's like, because your wife cheated on you with your son's friend. He says that. And he goes,
Wow.
don't get mad at me, because it's all over the internet. You had
Yep.
a red table talk where like you sat down. She was like, how'd it feel when I blew
This
that other guy's
podcast
dick?
is giving red table talk.
Yeah, and he was like, you did that.
Yeah.
Everyone called you. She's like, I tried to call for condolences to make you feel better. You didn't answer. But somehow.
Wait, before the slap, Chris Rock tried to call Will Smith and be
Yeah.
like, hey, bro, you got some stuff going on. Are
Yes.
you okay? He didn't
He's-
answer. Okay.
I mean, it might have been a joke, but he was like, I called you and you didn't answer, and I was
Yep.
trying to be cool. I never said about you. And he goes, so all these people calling you, and you hit me.
Yep.
And then he was like, and you're the dude that played Muhammad Ali. He's like, I played Pookie in some like, he's like, I'm a skinny little dude. You
Yeah.
played Muhammad Ali. You're going to hit me
Mm-hmm.
and take it out on me. Apparently Jada started it because she was mad that Chris Rock hosted the Oscars after Will Smith wasn't nominated for Concussion, the movie. And he
Jada
goes,
seems like a lot of drama and honest, quite frankly, a headache. Like I'm
beef with Jada.
I'm
Chris
like,
Rock,
it's
he
enough.
kind of like, that's when he got kind of worked
Hang
up.
on, can we pause for a second? Your nails look so good. Literally so good. They look fake. Is it gel?
It's gel, and I've been growing them out, and I've been trying to get the right green for months now.
It's giving. I don't even know who you are.
But I'm interesting, right? Like I'm a little mysterious.
Like I think you should start wearing more rings.
oh my, like I need to have like a
I think
curated,
you should get like a baby tattoo on one of your fingers.
no, like a star with little dots coming out.
I think we should get Giggly Squad right here.
Oh no. So anyway, he goes, Jada. He calls her. I think he like lost his wording with
lost
one
the
of the
plot for a
names.
little,
He lost
yeah.
the plot. But he called her. But he was like, Concussion was a bad movie. And then at the end of the day, he's the one that gave me a concussion.
I don't even remember that movie.
But then he basically was like, it's selected outrage. Why are you hitting me? And then he ended basically like, my parents raised me not to fight in front of white people, and that's why I didn't hit you back. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Wait, I can't wait to watch that tonight.
I'm so proud of him. I thought it was incredible, and he rocked it. And I think it like has brought him back to like, I think he's the greatest of all time.
I will say that I've never watched a Chris Rock stand-up that I didn't like. Like even the one before, people were like, "Oh, I didn't really think it was that funny." I thought it was like I've always liked him. I've always thought he was very funny. I think he's funnier in stand-up than he is in like different roles.
I did like his movie Head of State. Did you ever see that?
I don't know if I ever
Tracy
saw
Morgan
it.
was in it. He basically is the first black president, and
Okay.
it's amazing.
No, I've never watched
It's
it. I have to
amazing.
watch it.
Mike Tyson's ex is on it. She was great in it.
Did you see O.J. Simpson putting out an Instagram story being like, everyone's asking me what I think about the Alex Murdaugh like trial, so I guess I'll tell you my thoughts. I was like, do not tell anyone your thoughts, you idiot. He was like, I think, and his thoughts were, I think he's gonna get off. And I'm like, you're insane.
So because we're out of time, next episode we are going to go deep dive into the Alex Murdaugh documentary. It's on Netflix. There's also one on HBO if you want to.
Oh, before we go to, everybody was saying like, we can't wait to talk about Jordan Woods like chiming in on Selena.
Yeah.
We saw it. We saw the story. She said, love the slip liner. And will continue to be Team Jordan.
I'm 100% Team Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't like when people get ganged up on.
No, and I don't like when people
Especially
like, I
'cause of a
don't like
man.
Instagram. I just don't like Instagram bullying, and I feel like a lot of people bullied her, and I didn't like that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And at the end of the day, like, the men need to check themselves. Justin, what's going on? Apparently he posted a bunch of happy birthday photos, and like it was just the back of Haley's head on one. Did you see that?
Yes, she should go. She should just go.
Leave him. She
Leave
should have
him.
a lesbian relationship with
Selena. She
Selena.
loves her.
Okay, now you sound like a troll online.
Sorry.
Well, she's obsessed with her. The guy who's like, Selena had a birthday, and then conveniently 6 months later, Haley had a birthday.
I like Haley. I will always love Haley. I do. I don't get mean girl vibes. And even if she is a mean girl, I don't give it because I don't know her.
I do get.
And I'll never meet
We
her.
never know,
and we'll
but we
never
do know
be
the
friends.
Vanderpump people. Tom, I hope everyone's happy. It was definitely messy, but also this is reality TV. This is what we signed up for. We all get entertained. We all forgot our own issues this weekend because we were so
Thank
deep.
God, because I was in a deep depression.
Yeah, we know.
I was like, at
She
least
hasn't
someone
showered
else
in 32
life
days.
is more tough than mine.
Life is about perspective, and sometimes you just have to go on Twitter and see who is getting ruined that day. And that's the moral of the story. I wanted to let you guys know I added another Salt Lake City show, and I'm going to Oklahoma City.
Okay, I didn't even know they had a city. Gonna be honest.
I have shows in New York and Boston, and then we're going to Nashville, and then tons of Texas shows. And we added a Chicago show because you guys sold out the last one. So go to Chicago. We did.
Oh, sick.
Yep, we did.
Awesome.
I
See
mean,
you
you
there.
can show up if you want. I'm going. Thank you guys so much for giggling with us, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.